Most AI funnel tools can throw together a page in a couple of minutes, but that doesn't mean it's actually built for real lead gen. So in this video, I'm going to show you 3 AI funnel types that entrepreneurs and agencies are using right now to generate leads. An offer funnel, a quiz funnel with conditional logic, and a book a call funnel. And I'll show you exactly how to build all 3 with AI inside Perspective funnels. And by the end, you'll see why this is a very different beast from a normal landing page builder. So before we jump in, one thing that makes Perspective genuinely interesting is that these aren't just random templates thrown into a dashboard. You see, Perspective Funnels originally started as a lead gen agency. So these funnel templates were built from real campaigns used for actual businesses generating real results, not just pretty examples. That means you're not starting from a blank page and just guessing what will work. You're starting from funnel structures that were built to generate leads in the real world. And that matters because if you're an entrepreneur or agency owner, the fastest way to waste time and money is building the wrong funnel type from scratch. Perspective basically gives you a proven roadmap. So the first question is, how quickly can you create one of these funnels and actually turn it into something that matches your brand and can generate real leads? Let's check out our first funnel type. And if you want to follow along with me, then you can get access to an extended 30-day free trial via link in the description below this video. So for this first example, I'm starting with a low friction lead gen funnel. And the reason I'm starting here is because for a lot of businesses, especially if the traffic is cold, asking people to book a call straight away can be a bit too much too soon. Sometimes it works better to offer something easier first, like a free guide or a checklist or some kind of resource, and something that's got low commitment to the next step. And this is one of the most common ways businesses are using AI funnels right now, to create a quick, low friction entry point instead of asking for too much too soon. So for this example, I'm going to use this dog training website because it's a really good fit for this kind of funnel. Reason is, a lot of dog owners aren't necessarily ready to immediately book a training. They'll be happy to opt in for something like a free guide or a free training resource. So here in Perspective Funnels, the first thing we need to do is create the funnel. So if you come over to the top right and click on this blue button that says New Funnel. And now in this section, we've got access to lots and lots of templates that we can use ourselves. And like I said earlier, all these templates have actually been used in real businesses to generate real leads and sales. So for this particular example, we're going to choose an offer funnel. So let's go with this one right here. So if I click on this, here we can see a bit of information about this funnel. For example, it's got 4 pages. It works on all devices. It's GDPR ready, which is going to save you a lot of time and headaches. And you can get this set up in as little as 4 minutes, which is pretty damn fast. And here we can see an example of what the template looks like. So the next thing you want to do is set up your AI brand profile. So from the drop down, you can click on the new brand profile. And here we're going to enter the website address of that dog training site as this example. And then next we want to tell Perspective Funnels AI a little bit about the target audience. So I'm just going to paste that in here and then click generate profile. So now Perspective Funnels is going to do some deep research on the website and get clear on all the offerings, all the services that this business offers, the tone of voice, the location this business serves, and so on. Then once it's complete, we're going to click on Save Profile. We can see now our profile is saved in this drop-down box right here. Next, I'm going to click on Personalize Template, and this is where the magic happens. Perspective Funnels now starts creating our funnel based on our unique brand. Now, this can take a couple of minutes, but this is actually a massive time saver because it writes all your copy for you. And it's not just crap ChatGPT copy, it's really decent copy that's designed to convert. So straight away, Perspective Funnels introduces the business and gives us a catchy headline with a promise. So get a complete personalized training plan for your dog's behavior issues. That's excellent. Discover our proven 3-stage training method that transforms reactive pulling dogs into calm, obedient companions. So that sounds really good. Now, if I scroll down a bit, we can see the rest of the funnel as well as the rest of the copy. So far looking good. And we can come over to the left sidebar and click on Overview, and we can see the other pages that are set up in our funnel as well. So when the visitor clicks on Get My Training Plan, they'll go to page number 2, where they're asked a few questions. Then they'll go to the next stage where they ask the dog's age, the budget that you have to invest in your training, whether the dog is neutered, and then what level of support that you want. And then we get to the stage where we get the visitor to opt in. So in the process, you've already collected a lot of information about them and their needs too, which is really powerful. And if you needed to make any other tweaks, for example, if you wanted to change some images, you can just do that manually in a couple of clicks by selecting the image, and then we'll see the sidebar changes on the left-hand side where we can drag and drop the new image that we want to replace it with. And similarly, if you want to change any colors or anything like that, then you can do that in the left menu bar right here too, just by selecting a color template, just like this. Perspective then makes the changes across your whole funnel, or you can tweak manually step by step as you go right here as well. Now, as you can see, we're looking at the funnel on a mobile view at the moment, but you can also click this button here to switch it to website view as well. And then when you're happy with your changes, come up to the top right, click on Publish. So it's live and then ready to start collecting leads. And if you want to take a look at this live funnel now, we can click on this little button right here. And we can see the live version of our funnel, and automatically built in, Perspective Funnels has created the cookie settings box for you automatically. This will save you a lot of time and headaches messing about with this. Then here we can see the funnel, and we can click through and get a sense of how our funnel is going to work in real time. So this is really nice, really engaging, and it only took a couple of minutes to get to this stage. Now, of course, you probably would want to spend another 5-10 minutes just tweaking it to get it exactly how you want. The AI gets you most of the way there, but then with a few small edits, you can get your funnel ready to go super fast, knowing that you're using a funnel that's already been proven to get results. Now, the next funnel is where perspective starts to get much more strategic and helps you to qualify leads before you even speak to them. So this is where things get more interesting, because a lot of tools can help you build a page, but they don't really necessarily help you build a smarter funnel. And that's where quiz funnels can be really powerful. Instead of treating every visitor exactly the same, you can start learning what they actually need and guide them based on their answers. That means better segmentation, more relevant messaging, and usually better lead quality too. And this is another big way that businesses are using funnels right now and using AI to create them. So for this second example, we're going to build a quiz funnel with conditional logic. And for this one, I'm using joannasouthgate.com as the example. So Joanna does shamanic energy healing and clearing for people, homes, lands, and businesses. So she's actually a really good fit for a quiz funnel because not everyone coming to her site needs the same thing. So a quiz funnel makes a lot of sense here. So we're back in perspective funnels and we're going to create a fresh funnel. Again, I'm going to come to the big blue button, click on the new funnel. And this time I'm going to choose a quiz or a multi-step style funnel template. And this one will work perfectly for this example, which is the health quiz. So if I click on this, now this is where perspective is really strong because it's built really well for these interactive, mobile-friendly experiences. So instead of just a static page, we can create something that feels a bit more tailored. Because for Joanna, the goal isn't just to get a random lead, it's to help someone quickly figure out what kind of support they need and then guide them to the right steps. So same process here, we're going to come to AI brand profile. I'm going to click on the drop down and I'm going to select new brand profile. And now here, I'm going to enter Joanna's website, and then I'm going to enter a little bit of information on her target audience. Now, this doesn't have to be anything too long. This is just a simple sentence, but you can give the AI a bit more information, and that will definitely help all the more. Anyway, let's click generate profile. And perspective again, it's just going to take a minute to do some deep research on Joanna's business, get clarity on all the services she offers, all the testimonials that her clients have said about her, get an idea of her pricing and so on. And we can see here that perspective has even created here an ideal customer persona that would be perfect for Joanna, including the education level of that person, their income level, their background and so on. This is awesome. Anyway, once you're ready, you can click save profile. And now we're going to click the blue button in the bottom right corner to personalize this template. And now perspective will spend a couple of minutes putting our quiz funnel together for us. So now the quiz funnel has been generated and it's created a headline and a subheadline and a little bit of copy, which all looks quite good. So feeling stuck, tired or emotionally drained, this quick assessment will reveal why. And then the quiz begins by asking a simple multiple choice question, as well as other information on the page, like a bit more information about Joanna and her approach to her work. But whatever option the person chooses on this page here to start with, we can see in the left menu bar, we can see all the other pages that are created in this funnel as well. So whichever option they choose, they'll be then directed to the appropriate page based on their answer. And then they'll be offered another question. For example, on this page here, they're answered another question, and then the person starts to progress through the funnel. So each time they're answering a question, it's deepening engagement, getting more commitments from the person as they progress through your funnel, as well as your funnel collecting valuable information for you. So this is really cool. So the funnel is actually learning what your prospect is struggling with. And that then gives Joanna a much better idea of what kind of support she could offer them. So that's the real power of quiz funnels. You're collecting context, not just contact details. And then when the person progresses to the end of your funnel is where they can enter their name and email address or whatever other contact information you're asking for. Prospect can then receive the answers to the quiz, along with personalized suggestions of how Joanna can help based on the person's answers they gave when they went through the quiz. Now, also with any of these funnels, you can quickly make any changes you might want to make very simply by clicking and making your selection. That just make the button stand out a bit more. But Perspective Funnels also has other cool features like personalization. For example, on this button, I can come to the left sidebar here and click on this personalization button, and I can click on first name. So now here, the button will automatically change to the prospect's first name to make it more personalized experience. And you can do that with any of the copy throughout your funnel too. And going back to the homepage, if you want to change any of these icons, you can easily do so by clicking on them and selecting the icon you want from the left sidebar, something that's more fitting, as well as changing any images as well. So if this person here, we can actually switch that out for a picture of Joanna. And just like that, the image changes. So very simple to put together. Perspective AI has actually done about 90% of it for you. Just takes a few minutes just to tweak how you want it. Then come up to the top right, click publish, and then we can see our funnel live and ready to use. So here we can see the funnel in action. It's all looking pretty nice. So you can start the assessment right here and start to answer the questions from the quiz. So let's go for this one, drained and depleted. Then see a little disclaimer, which of course you can remove or put at the end of the funnel if you prefer. And you can see Perspective Funnels has got this nice animation that happens each time the next page loads. So this is pretty cool. So each time your prospect clicks through, they're sent to the next page depending on their answer. And if they choose a different answer, they get sent to a different page. So this makes it very personalized, helps you to create a better experience for your prospect and help you to present them with the right service. And then at the end of the quiz, the AI puts together the results and then collects the contact details from your prospect. Now, this already makes the funnel much more strategic. Next, we're moving on to collecting higher intent leads and actual booked calls. Okay, quick pause here. If you're getting value from this video, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. On this channel, I share step-by-step guides on how to simplify the tech side of your business to help you be more productive, how to actually use AI and other smart tools the right way, and how to turn those tools into systems that can potentially bring in more revenue. So if that sounds good to you, then I'd love you to be a subscriber so you don't miss what comes next. So for this third example, we're going to build a call booking funnel. And this is a really important one because if you've got a high ticket service, whether you're a consultant, an agency, or a service-based business, for example, this is often the funnel that matters the most. Because at this point, we're not just capturing interest, we're trying to turn that interest into a qualified conversation. And that's exactly where Perspective has traditionally been very strong. And this is also one of the clearest examples of where businesses are currently using funnels right now and using AI to build them. So they're not just collecting names and emails, but turn interest into actual booked appointments with better fit prospects. So for this example, I'm using websiterescue.com, which is Tim Smith's SEO agency website. Tim is an amazing SEO, by the way, so if you need that service, then I can highly recommend working with Tim. He gets great results and he's also a really nice guy to work with. Anyway, this type of business is a really good fit for a call booking funnel because SEO is the kind of service where people usually need a bit of trust and a bit of education and then a clear step to book a call. So back in Perspective Funnels here, and we're going to create another fresh funnel. And this time I'm choosing a template that's specifically designed for applications and book calls. And this is where I'd say Perspective really starts to shine. Now, the goal here is simple. Get the right kind of visitor interested enough to take the next step to book a strategy call. So same process again, we're going to head to the template library. And this time I'm going to select this template right here, which has been specially designed to book calls. And again, we're going to go to AI brand profile. And this time we're going to create a new brand profile for websiterescue.com. Enter some information on the target audience. Let's hit generate profile. And again, Perspective's AI does deep research on Website Rescue. And so now the profile's been generated. Let's save. And then let's click personalize template. Okay, so now the funnel's been generated here and we can see that the copy's been changed to match the SEO offer that will fit websiterescue.com. So our headline is still this little known ranking hack to multiply organic leads by 233% without wasting money on SEO that never moves the needle. So that's pretty strong. And then of course you just have to change this image out manually for an image of your own report. You can just do that simply by clicking on it, then come into the left sidebar and drag and drop your image right in here. Really simple. So this type of funnel where you're trying to get people to book a call with you does need a bit more pre-selling, so we can see that the copy of this funnel is quite a bit longer. Now I won't read the whole lot because then this video will go on forever, but just to give you an idea, it continues by saying if you're looking for a smarter, more reliable way to generate leads from Google without wasting money on SEO that never moves the needle, then this might be the most important message you read all day. Then it continues on to build relatability and authority. There's this nice animated GIF right here, which is a nice touch. And then it continues to tell the prospects how they can help with their service, and then what benefits they're going to receive from working with you, and so on. And then when the visitor clicks the buttons, go to the next page, they're then sent to an opt-in page where they can get a free SEO audit report. And then from here, they're then diverted to a VSL page. So this is great. Look at this, how Florida businesses are using this proven SEO system. So Tim's business is based in Florida. So the AI has picked all that up from his website, which is pretty cool. And then there's a VSL to sell the call. And then from there, they're sent to a call pitch page, followed by a page where you start to collect some information from your prospect in terms of what kind of business they run. And then the next page goes into what kind of marketing they're already currently doing. And then the next page moves on to which country they operate in. And then from there, they're led on to what type of budget they've got to spend on their marketing. And then the next step is collecting more information about their website and then more specifics about their business and so on. So you can see all the pages down here in the left sidebar. So this is a pretty comprehensive funnel. And eventually the funnel gets down to the step where they hit your calendar and actually book the appointment with you. Now, taking people through a process like that results in better qualified leads that are more likely to turn into real conversations and real clients. So now we've built all three funnel types, here's what I think is the biggest takeaway. Yes, the AI helps to build your funnels really quickly, and that is useful, but honestly, that's not the most important part. The strongest value is that Perspective Funnels actually gives you proven funnel structures, a mobile-first funnel experience, strong support for interactive funnels, things like conditional logic, branching, and personalization, and a platform that's clearly built around lead generation, not just page design. That's what makes it feel different to me from a standard landing page builder. And then when you add in the fact that they run live weekly calls, share what's working right now, and allow you to ask questions specifically about your own business, that's where it becomes much more than just another software tool, and it becomes more of a serious lead gen system. So my honest take, if your goal is lead generation and you actually care about lead capture, lead qualification, booked calls, and building funnels that are designed around real conversion goals, then Perspective is genuinely very strong, especially if you want funnels that are mobile first, interactive, conversion focused, and a bit more strategic than a static landing page. On the other hand, if you just want a super simple one-page website or a basic landing page, then it might be more tool than you actually need. That said, if you want to try Perspective funnels for yourself, then you can get an extended 30-day free trial via the link in the description box below this video. Now, if you want to see my deep dive review on Perspective funnels where I expose the good and not so good points of this tool, then watch this video right here. Or if you want to see a step-by-step tutorial on exactly how to use Perspective funnels, then watch this video right here.